Good evening and welcome to NMN Nemandria's #1 news station. I'm your host, Kenna Stark, and here's what's making headlines tonight. A brand new tram line is on track to reshape how residents commute across the city. We'll have the latest on where it's going and when it's set to be open. Meanwhile, the race for City Hall is heating up as the third campaign for mayor begins, with 3 candidates campaigning for the vote. And after nearly 2 years of delays, construction wraps up on the long-awaited Old Canal apartments. We'll take you inside the newly finished block and what it means for the neighborhood. Those stories and more coming up. Heyo and welcome to Build&Beautify Season 2. In this City Skylines modded Let's Play, we'll build Eneida Bay, a vibrant city of our dreams featuring transit-oriented development, clean energy, and deep city detailing. In our last episode, we introduced new transit, finished the southwest block of downtown crossings, and witnessed Mayor Lucas Fox construct the second school he promised in his mayoral campaign right in the downtown area of Eneida Bay, welcoming thousands of students to the campus. So if you happened to miss the last episode, then click on the info card above or check out the entire Build&Beautify Season 2 playlist located in the description below. In today's episode, the race to be elected the third mayor of Eneida Bay takes off at City Hall. Meanwhile, John Miller finally sees his long-awaited funds to construct a new tram line in the downtown Eneida Bay area, and Mayor Lucas Fox opens dozens of new apartments for eager residents yearning to move into the growing city. So are you enjoying building Eneida Bay? If so, hit that like button, subscribe, share this video with a friend, and let me know down in the comments what features you would build in your dream city. If you can't wait to see the new season unfold, consider becoming a channel member for exclusive perks, emojis, and early access to the videos. And don't miss out on our Eneida Bay merchandise linked in the description below. Alrighty, so I'm wicked excited to dig into today's episode. So kick back, grab your favorite beverage, and please enjoy. Good evening, I'm Kenna Stark, and you're tuning into NMN Nemandria's #1 news station. And we begin tonight with a major development in the city's transit transformation. The newly unveiled Canal Tram promises not just a more connected commute, but a journey through time. Designed to future-proof the city's expanding infrastructure, this line will evolve alongside new developments, adding stops as the city grows. But it's more than just practical. The route offers riders a stunning tour of our historic waterways, blending old-world charm with modern mobility. You have tuned into NMN, Nemandria's #1 news station. And up next, the candidates for the third mayoral election after this short break. So let's talk about the plan for our new tram line, which, if you didn't guess, spans the Canal system built many years ago in the city's history as a means to provide immigrants work and income prior to the mayoral elections. So this tram line is going to traverse Eneida Bay's canal system, sharing stops with some of the existing tram lines. Now, obviously, we have not constructed all of the downtown area yet, and that is where the beauty of this tram line comes in, as I plan to add tram stops as the city grows. Honestly, I think it will be interesting to watch the ridership of this tram line increase as the downtown area increases. So for now, we're going to draw in the line as I already laid down the tram tracks off camera, and then let's decorate the stops. I did draw those the tram tracks off camera for a few reasons. The first and honestly most prevalent, I was looking at the city and fell into a rabbit hole fixing the directions of those pedestrian roads and figured I'd just add the tram tracks in. Second, I really wanted to focus on decorating the stops more than actually drawing the track, as I kind of feel there's a little bit more value to the decorations than placing the track itself. We already know the route, which is valuable, but adding the tracks it's just super simple in City Skylines 2, and thus doesn't really warrant kind of watching it be done. And I wanted to ensure we had plenty of time to really fine detail each stop and decorate it up. Good evening and welcome to NMN, Namandria's #1 news station. I'm your host, Kenna Stark, and tonight we turn our focus to the race for City Hall. With the third mayoral election just months away, I sat down with each of the leading candidates to hear where they stand on the future of our growing city. From bold promises to pointed clashes, we've got the highlights and the moments that could shape the race. First, I sat with Mayor Fox to talk about the city's rapid growth and what he says is just the beginning. Under his first term, we've seen a wave of residential high-rises, commercial hubs, and sprawling industrial parks, all part of a development agenda he's pitched as vital to the city's future. I asked what he'd do if re-elected. He pointed to a second-term plan focused on balanced expansion, affordable housing, transit upgrades, and luring industry into the urban core. But not everyone's convinced. With progress has come criticism and questions, specifically about how those projects were funded. Several watchdog groups have raised concerns over blurred lines between campaign contributions, city contracts, and private gain. When pressed, the mayor sidestepped specifics, insisting every project follow procedure and calling the allegations, quote, stones thrown at success. He stopped short of denying personal profit and offered no new transparency measures. Still, he maintained his record speaks for itself and left it to voters to decide whether growth justifies the means. We continue our election coverage with a closer look at mayoral candidate George Marble, a familiar face in city politics. After 2 failed bids, Marble is back on the campaign trail with a renewed pitch that, despite past criticism, hasn't changed much at its core: building the city's future by preserving its past. In our interview, Marble doubled down on his long-standing vision to invest heavily in historic tourism sites, arguing that honoring the city's roots can generate new streams of revenue, local pride, and long-term sustainability. But this time, he's adding a key new component: infrastructure support. Marble now says he would partner directly with the Eneida Bay Transit Authority to integrate tourism traffic with our current transportation systems. He claims this would allow the city to benefit from increased visitor spending without disrupting daily commutes for residents. He cited plans for time-to-tram access, separate shuttle loops, and additional rapid bus transit systems. Still, skeptics point to his prior campaigns, where similar ideas lacked funding details and political traction. When asked what's different now, Marble insisted the city's changing landscape and his deeper collaboration with transit leaders gives the plan a real shot. Whether voters are ready to give him a third chance remains to be seen, but Marble says he's more prepared than ever to prove that history has a place in the city's future. Our election spotlights continues tonight with a look at second-time candidate Oliver Green, a name many voters will remember from the last mayoral race. Though he fell short in the second election, Green is back, and this time he's sharpening his focus on 3 key priorities: clean energy, water sustainability, and attracting green industry to the city's economic core. In our conversation, Green was clear. He sees clean energy initiatives not just as a countrywide initiative, but a local opportunity. He's promising a citywide expansion of renewable energy sources, including expanded solar infrastructure and hydro dams. But he didn't stop there. With water towers running low and summers growing hotter, Oliver also laid out a plan to combat the city's water shortage, calling for updated filtration systems, smarter water recycling, and regional conservation partnerships. Perhaps his boldest goal? Turning the city into a hub for clean tech companies. By offering tax initiatives and green zoning, Green believes that the city can position itself as a leader in sustainable industry, bringing jobs, innovation, and long-term economic resilience. Critics argue his vision is ambitious but underfunded, pointing to limited council support in past proposals. Still, Green insists the moment and the city can't afford to wait. Whether voters share that urgency will be answered at the polls this fall. So be sure to head over to the ballots, which are now open on the YouTube community tab, to vote for the next mayor of Eneida Bay and the future of this beautiful city. As the race for City Hall heats up, the city itself continues to change, and tonight, one of the most closely watched developments just reached a major milestone. The old Canal Apartments District, a project years in the making, has officially secured its final round of funding. The expansion includes both low-rent and luxury apartment buildings, aiming to blend affordability with modern living in one of the city's most historic corridors. Let's take a closer look at what's next for the district and what it means for the future of urban housing. I'm your host, Kenna Stark, and you're tuning in to NMN, Namandria's #1 news station. So let's talk about the plan, and this one is honestly wicked straightforward, as we're going to finalize this area right here along the canal with some low-rent housing, northeast high-density housing, and probably some mixed-use and row housing fused together. So yeah, a smorgasbord of housing. So let's jump right on into plopping in our buildings using the Plop the Growables mod and wiggling them together to create those chunkier kind of block-wide buildings that has kind of become the style of the downtown area of Eneida Bay. We will also come in and decorate the area up and get in some trees to create a bit of a sound barrier between the housing and the displaced Parklow interchange we built a few episodes back. And maybe a dog park or two if we really feel like it, which honestly we probably will. Alrighty, everyone, I think that just about wraps up today's episode. So, if you enjoyed today's episode, please hit that like button, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below letting me know your thoughts on today's build. If you're excited to see the next episode unfold, consider becoming a channel member for exclusive perks, emojis, and early access to the videos. And don't forget to check out our Eneida Bay merchandise linked in the description below. Until next time, I hope everyone has a phenomenal week.